to actually cast with two people. Just one is too difficult. All right, so we're going to be going to game number 3 again, and this time is going to be between Cryoc as the white Terran at the left location, and his opponent is going to be Vanatir as the yellow Protoss at the right location. Yeah, it's a stamp. Assault, don't pay attention to these kind of details. I do have a stamp on my hand, okay? Oh, no, no, no. Oh, no. Oh, seriously? Vanatir. Vanatir. Oh, man. Okay, so let's see how long this game is. I mean, I'm taking bets, guys. Guys from the chat. How long do you think that a cheese like this normally takes? Food. Splax, man. Actually, this is a really interesting position for a pylon, right? Like, if the scouting from Cryo goes directly, doesn't it go through the top? 30 minutes, 48 minutes. Okay, okay. Yeah, I can work with that. I can work with that. 4 minutes. I mean, to be fair, Nikrotau is probably going to get a little bit closer to the mark than everybody else. P loses in 3 minutes. All right, let's see. So we got a little bit of everything. We got 30 minutes, 48 minutes, 4 minutes, 3 minutes, 15 minutes. Wait. A mana pylon? Do you mana pylon when you go for something like this? Like, I think that's a little bit all-in-ish, right? Now we do have the gas. Oh, that is CV. We do have the gas taken for Cryoc, so at least he has that going for him. And even more harassment actually with his probe, so... Okay, so the SCV does go through the bottom. Okay, the Zealot is gonna get there, but with this SimCity and you know, a Marine here, you can technically block this, I think. I don't think... I mean, you can definitely try to snipe the SCV. No, that's a good move. Oh, okay. That's good. That's good damage. And this should go to the SCV. Yeah, and the Marine now kills the probe first, then goes for the SCV. Oh, another SCV actually. Vanatir is supply blocked though, and he's only now rebuilding that pylon. Ooh. Okay, so he does have 2 Zealots, and are they gonna win the game? They look like they're gonna just win the game right here, because unless you can still put, I think, a pylon cage around this with 500 minerals. Yeah, you have 500 minerals. Vanatir is really like, he has so much money, and he's not been able to spend it too well. Oh, only now putting down the core. Well, it's not going too well for Vanatir. I mean, he's getting a lot of SCV kills. That's always good. But he has to somehow be able to stop a counter from even just one vulture. And if the core is not even finished when this is done, vultures build extremely fast. So one vulture can get here and do a serious amount of damage. Okay, so Cryoc lives through this, although he's 18 out of 18. He's now finishing the depot. Now let's see if this is going to be a tank. Okay, so it's going to be a tank. So this is not going to be trying to break fast. Alright, now, what else can actually be done? Because in this situation, I would still say that Vanatir can really pull this off relatively easily if he just manages to get some Dragoons. But the problem is, even if you do get the Dragoons, you're gonna probably lose this gateway. Once mines are done and the Vulture is out, it's relatively difficult to really know how to defend this, because you have actually two ways to defend. I don't know. Let's see. So the pylon is going to be targeted first. Makes a lot of sense. Once the pylon is dead, the gateway is really not important. And with only one gateway in the main, and not anything else coming for Vanatir, okay. So Vanatir is again supply blocked. It seems like he's going to be going for an expansion. He has two Dragoons in this position, one severely damaged, one full. Yeah, I mean, you have to go back to defend your own bases, because this Vulture can just run in and start sniping probes. Oop. Oop. Good block. Okay, just gets one probe. Still worth it. And it also sees the expansion, so Cryoc knows that he can expand himself relatively safely. This probably will, yeah, there's the robotics. Usually at this position, most of the Protoss will go for the robotics relatively fast, because it's very difficult to know exactly what the turn is going for. And if you would go as the turn for a double factory, maybe you could go even crazy with 3 factories. It's very difficult for the Protoss to defend after such a weird, wonky exchange. Now, that being said, Cryoc, as far as I remember, is a very passive Terran. He very rarely likes to be aggressive. I have seen him lately doing a little bit more of aggressive play, but with this kind of game and how it started, I'm pretty sure that both players are not really sure where they're at. Now we see 3 gates for Vanatir, which would make him trying to be pumping a lot of units, especially considering that once the Observer is finished, and still he has to wait until the Observer arrives to Cryoc's main. Until that point, he really doesn't know what he's going to be facing. So if this would be a heavy Vulture build or something like that, it could be really, really scary. I'm assuming Vanatir really wants to go for something that will guarantee him that he doesn't die early on. DTs might actually work, but with already mines, we can see how even Cryoc was actually a little bit afraid of that. He did make 2 turrets, although probably this should be flying over the turret, just in case if there's DTs, they can just walk in, snipe it, and basically the entire main base is in a lot of trouble. Okay, so both players are really going to go to the passive style. Now, let's see where the first Observer goes. I would assume that the first Observer should probably go to the main of the turret. But let's see what Vanatir thinks. Now, okay, so an armory, 2 factories. So far this seems like Cryoc is going to be going for the very late game. Doesn't seem like he wants to be aggressive anytime soon. He did have a smaller... Wait, what? Cryoc had a very low SCV count, but right now his SCV count is actually the same as Vanatir's probe count. That's... well, okay, that's a little bit surprising. I would assume that that would be because Vanatir wanted to go for more units, expecting maybe an attack. Okay, so a third is coming down for Vanatir. Interesting is for me, because once scans are finished and Cryoc scans this, I want to know what his answer... Okay, so he's already going for more factories, so it does seem like it's going to be a relatively stronger start in this... kind of like maybe a mid-game push. Well, I guess we're already in the mid-game, but maybe 4 factories with an armory. It's not a 6 fac on 2 bases, so that's not a very heavy push. And it's not a something like, I don't know, maybe fast factory, 2 fag, getting a third really early. Maybe it's just getting more units and taking a third also as soon as possible, but... Okay, so the scan did go down. And let's see now. Is he going to go for a command center, or is he just going to keep producing units from 4 factories? That's what I'm really wondering about. Because Vanatir, although his early start did a lot of economical damage, he wasn't actually able to, I don't know, basically take a massive lead. Right now even, there is a small lead for Vanatir in the supply, but that usually is because of how slowly you have to build your tanks. I wonder though if Vanatir actually is gonna try to attack here. If we consider that this was a 4 factory start, oh, that's not good. If we consider that it was a 4 factory start, then most likely trying to break this is not gonna work. Most likely. Okay, gets 2 tanks, 3 tanks, should probably back away right now. I mean, the weird thing about this attack is it's coming at such a weird timing that neither of the 2 players really knows if they're actually going to be efficient at this moment, because there's only 2 tanks, yes, but breaking through this amount of voltage is going to be very difficult. And with this, actually, Vanatir is pretty much the same in supply. Now we do see that Vanatir is adding even more gateways, and he's working towards his Arbiter tech. Now once you do get the Arbiter tech and 3 bases, you can definitely say that the turn is going to be a little bit more cautious. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 factories. And where's the third? So there's no third, it's a 5 factory with +1 and a starport? Okay. Yeah, okay, that works too. It's just interesting because I would expect Cryoc to be a little bit more, yeah, just mining the map, trying to do some, maybe even just attacking the pylons to make the army move. And while that's happening, trying to push with his main army, because with this amount of factories, here's the 6th one, this is basically a 2 base 6 fact. Like this, I don't know if there's anything more to it. I mean, there is the +1 and there is the vessel probably in the future, but Vanatir is really expecting something to hit him relatively soon, so he is amassing a good amount of army. His Arbiter is on the way. Is he getting stasis? Probably, maybe got it already. Let's keep an eye on this. Is Cryoc really going to just expand after this? Yeah. I mean, maybe he just wanted to be really safe, not to die, but a 6 factory into a 3rd without pushing? You're basically giving the Protoss a lot of options to do whatever they want. I mean, from Vanatir's perspective, I understand pretty much everything he's doing. Maybe because I play Protoss. But from a Cryoc's perspective, what he's achieving right now is to have a strong push, but a very late one. So by the time that he really wants to push, isn't he going to be in some trouble? I mean, he's adding even more factories. I mean, I don't understand exactly what Cryoc's plan is, because if he just wants to max out or even get to a 180 supply and push, I don't know. Even worse, by the time he pushes, I think that there is a massive recall incoming. It seems like Cryoc is starting to think about that too, putting a turret, maybe probably mining this location. But with the amount of time that vanatir has had through this entire game, I would be surprised if he recalled without sending an observer first. So again, so far, really passive game. I mean, I know that Cryoc does play a few of these games that are very passive, but usually he goes for the third a lot earlier. Now this game did go strange for a very long time, but being so passive on 3 bases for such a long time, it's 15 minutes. Okay, 15 minutes is not actually that long, but he's going to be mining his main relatively soon, and once that happens, he's going to be spread out towards, I guess, this base. He does have at least a pretty nice army, just that I don't know if it's going to be good enough to actually break vanatir, who is basically maxing out on mostly speed lots. How many dragoons does he have? He has 15 dragoons and 36 zealots, so when he does want to go for the recall, probably is going to be quite brutal. Now, the recall is going to be researched only now, although it researches extremely fast. It's a very fast research, so by the time he's maxed now, and he's already ready to do the first recall. He's taking his 4th at the same time, so nothing really strange going from vanatir. Although I would say that he has a decent amount of gateways, and he's pumping double arbiters, but he has a lot of money. He could potentially try to add even more gateways. Okay, so we got 1, 2 arbiters, 1 ready for a recall, another one just with the army, and a massive anti-recall defense here with even a vessel. So at least Cryoc really knows what the possible move from vanatir at this point is going to be. Now, all of this being considered, okay, there's an extra few gateways, probably this pylon for another set of gateways as well. I mean, 160 supply, and what's the next move? I mean, the massive recall here would be really funny to watch, but okay, there is the Arbiter with full energy. Let's see what it does. So far nothing, just moving around. Okay. Yeah, 200 push is probably what's gonna happen. I mean, I am a little bit worried because even if you have a 200 push, when you have this amount of gateways, aren't you going to be able to just, I don't know, reinforce fast enough to first recall and then basically clean everything up with your army? The only problem is that, yes, this is a really hard area to recall. So if this recall goes wrong, the 200 thing actually might basically kill vanatir. Cryoc is, it looks like he's just slow pushing his way through the entire map. It's just so strange. And interestingly enough, vanatir is not trying to just basically start recalling everywhere. He's really taking his time with this. Because he had a lot of energy, he was at 200 supply for a long time. He's just adding more gateways. Is that going to be the first recall? Is it going to be, let's see. Is it going to go through the natural? No. No. Okay. And vanatir taking more bases. Okay. There's the 200 push. Well, it's not a 200, it's a 189, but I would assume that with vulture reinforcements you can still count it as a 200 push. And let's see where it goes. It's gonna go through the bottom, maybe try to siege this location, start shooting down here. Okay, there's the Arbiter. And where's it going? It seems like it's gonna go to the third. No, it's just gonna recall in the midst of everything. And the army is going back. The entire army, the 220 push is coming back to just deal with this. While the entire army is going through the top. Which probably is not going to work too well for Vanatir if he tries to break through this position. Is he gonna send everything like this in a line? He's stopping. Is he gonna go back? No. He's still pushing through. This is not going to go well. A recall? Oh, recall in the middle of the tanks, but mostly Dragoons, just a few zealots. It's not going to kill that much. And Vanatir is at 100 supply against 130. Now, let's see that explosion from the gateways. Vanatir, come on, produce, man. Produce. You should be able to produce a lot. Everything's producing, and he's still at 120 supply. He needs to. He really needs to. Oh, another recall. And 5 zealot recall. Okay. And while that's going on, it seems like Cryoc is going to be pushing to the 12 o'clock, and Vanatir is still down in supply. So this push might actually basically break him. But yeah, Vanatir is not rebuilding fast enough, unfortunately, for him. And with a 2-2, which is always such a powerful thing, oof. Okay, so small attack actually going for the 6 o'clock. I think so. It should be. This is the only thing that I think. Wait, what? That actually killed the Nexus? Oh. Oh man. I mean, he can still rebuild it instantly and just take it back, but he really needs to put some counter pressure because he's going to be losing 1 base, maybe even 2. He's up in supply at 169 right now, but Cryoc has been keeping up with his micro as well. So this, however, is putting Cryoc down to 3 bases, and because of the small amount of bases that's going to leave for Cryoc, this might still actually go into Vanatir's favor. Because he has been mining for a lot more bases for a longer time, so he has a bank, plus he's retaking his Nexus, and he's still trading not efficiently, but at least efficiently enough that his economy might make the difference. Oh, that's a dud, that misses. And Storm this. Yeah, very good Storm, and another one. Very good Storms. 26 kills on that High Templar. That basically killed the entire economy right now for Cryoc. Like, he still has this, but... Oh, and is he gonna get it? Is he gonna get that? He might get it. He might barely get it. Yes! Okay, so that leaves Cryoc on 1 command center producing. And while he has still 120 supply, as soon as Vanatir breaks this, that leaves Cryoc at nothing. Now, Vanatir can actually afford to lose this Nexus. He can rebuild it just a little bit later. Losing the probes is not the best thing, though. And there is the attack. There is nothing except tanks here, so Zealots. Actually, there's not enough Zealots though, so although this is most likely gonna get... No, it's not gonna get cleaned up too early. Ooh. So Cryoc is still getting very good engagements and killing a lot of units, but he doesn't have the economy to really get back into the game. He is trying to retake from this 4th, his 3rd. But Vanatir still has this base, which is... Okay, it's about to mine out. He's got 1 base here. He can retake this one, and he can retake this one. And he can do that relatively fast. He still gets enough minerals to actually do that. And he has a very nice supply lead. So, unless this army can get a very good position through this choke, which would make it not efficient for Vanatir to try to break through it, most likely Vanatir is going to win in the basically the economy war. Okay, nice, good siege up here. Although, yeah, you have to keep at least some vision on this position, because this army is going to be coming here. We've got 3 arbiters, 2 stasises, 1 goes on a vessel. There is still 1 more vessel in here. And is it going to get killed? Yes. So, with that killed, and no arbiter spells, there's another arbiter here and another one. Actually, there's a lot of arbiters, just not enough energy for any of them yet. So this Nexus might actually go down, and if this goes down, it still puts Cryoc in not the best position, but at least he's getting back into the game. Now this Nexus is back, but there's no probes in it. Okay, so it seems like Vanatir is just gonna counter. He's gonna lose a lot of zealots to these mines, though. And with most of the zealots gone, these tanks can actually still deal with most of this army. There are High Templars coming up. Oh, and a good stasis. Not gonna get that. Not. Still gonna. So it's gonna get breaking through. Now Cryoc still has this lower base, and he's coming back with his army, so he could actually potentially still defend this position. It's really close, actually. It's really, really close. Both of these players don't have too much mining. Storm. No, stasis. Storm on 1 tank, okay. Storm on another one. Army supplies are so even right now. It's really, really, really hard to tell who can actually get this game down. I still think that Cryoc might be in a little bit of trouble because of how little economy he has got. But he's still doing actually relatively efficient trades, and with 2-2 upgrades. Oh, even EMPing that Archon. Oh, and a Vulture gets the Archon. Oh, some zealots trying to run in here, maybe. No, they're gonna just try to get these units. And while all this is going on, it's still 1 base mining against 2 base mining. So Cryoc is still not in the better position. Unless Cryoc can really fast get to one of these bases and kill it, which I don't think it's possible. I think that Cryoc is not going to be able to take a 4th. I don't see him being able to spread his army that wide right now. Those vultures could actually camp right here and kill some probes, though. Okay, so wow, it's been a 27 long game, so yeah, it's definitely a lot longer than I expected. Cryoc is just gonna take this 6 o'clock at the same time that he's attacking at the top. If he's able to draw this army to the top while he is expanding himself, he might actually have a shot at getting this 4th, which would be... No, okay, it's not gonna happen, but it would have been quite the surprise for Vanatir if right at the time that he loses his own base, he would allow another one to survive. Okay, this base is probably gonna die. And the SCVs, I don't think they're gonna... Maybe they get... Yeah, they get evacuated. And some units actually are gonna die to the mines. At the same time that this attack is going through here, there's a split of units that are going to go to the corner expansion. And this is pretty much gonna leave both players not mining, but Cryoc is the one now with the bank. Now the panic DT is coming up, so this vessel really needs to get to a better position. Unfortunately, it's actually going to try to look at the other side, so this DT might actually work. Panic DTs, I mean, when they work, they really work well. Now, Vanatir has 4 arbiters, so he definitely has a lot of potential to do a lot of things. This is gonna kill the Nexus most likely. No. Oh. DTs. Yeah, 1 DT left. Okay, but the Nexus does go down. So basically, no mining. No mining for Cryoc, no mining for Vanatir. Oh, SCV is evacuated to the 3 o'clock now, which has 4 minerals. Well, why the hell not? And there's no actual units in the main, so if this army breaches the main, that's gonna be hard. to deal with. Oh, actually a tank at the third trying to get something done, and a +3 is actually finished for the attack. So I mean, 71 units against 74. You'd usually think that the turn has the edge because of how efficient tanks are, but considering that there are 4 arbiters still, they can actually do a lot. Where is there any anti-air, like mobile anti-air? Because if there's no anti-air, then just basically the arbiters are going to win the game. Even if you don't micro correctly, you can still shoot with the arbiters of these tanks. Oh, okay, some units are going to die here. And that means the vanatir is actually down in supply right now. He's gonna transfer probes where to? Oh, he's making he's made another nexus down here. Like, you need to start lifting your command centers and going to like this position, because I don't see anything else that you can do at this point. Oh, and a stasis on 2 vessels, and at the same time pushing through here. You don't even need you don't need the ground army. I think this is maybe yeah. Why? Just use the arbiters. You can actually stasis them now if you can, and then just surround them and kill them with storms. But basically, oh, actually, there's some tanks in the main that are that have not been able to get out. But you need some anti-air. 2 Goliaths. Is that going to be enough? I mean, look, it's long distance mining. Why not lift? Oh, okay, you can't lift the command center because you only have 1, and you actually might need the scans. Oh, okay, I think it's safe to say that I don't know who's gonna win this game anymore. I mean, it seems like that Protoss is gonna get it just because of the fact that the stasis is gonna win the game, but like barely. It's ridiculously close. And this base unfortunately gets unscouted. 1 vulture would shut this down completely, especially with the upgrades right now. So, oh, and an EMP going down here, and another EMP, and this tank. Whoa. Okay, so now there's only arbiters against tanks and vessels, and the arbiters are on the hunt. Now, I think Cryoc thinks that there is no basis right now for vanatir, and he thinks that he can still take this just by long distance mining. But unfortunately for him, this base has been up for a while, and the longer this game goes, the harder it is going to be to actually overcome that difference. Cryoc is still up in supply, but even if he's up in supply, every second that passes, vanatir is going to be catching up. He's already got an up in supply. Now, Archons are not going to be that efficient right now because of the vessels and the EMPs, but everything else will be, especially the storms. Oh, is he going to get? Oh, he gets both High Templars and the Archon. Oh, vessels. Okay, there are the Archons. Sorry, the Archons. There's the Goliath. This kind of reminds me of something like use map settings. Yeah, like you're given like a few units, and they're just basically trying not to lose them. And like 59 against 59, you probably can't get any closer than that on a 33-minute game. Okay, and these 3 tanks, they've now found this location. They're gonna break it. And as much as I like the arbiters, you need something more with them. Okay, so this base is gonna go down. With this base going down, I think there's nothing more at all for mining that is going to be able to mine for vanatir. He's gonna lose pretty much. He's got 8 probes left, and he's losing the last nexus. He's got like close to any minerals. So the next thing is just trying to bring these probes to mine in the 12 o'clock. And at the same time, Cryoc is still long distance mining, but he's still mining. And he's up in supply again. Now the question is, who's going to be bold enough right now to try to do something with their army? Oh, look at that. Look at that vulture. Alright, now I think I could go to like a break for like 10 minutes and be back, and this game's probably still gonna go on. Because I don't think neither of them really is like, both of them are probably really scared of engaging, because one good stasis or 2 bad ones and this entire army is gone. But at the same time, 1 good EMP and this entire army is gone. Oh, okay, the siege is coming up. Is he gonna get the EMP? Ooh. Okay, those are good enough. Oh, storming the Goliaths, you don't want to lose them. That's the only anti-air you got. And the D-Matrix. Oh, no, High Templars, storm. Oh my god, one Goliath. Okay, Vanatir is a 12 supply, and he's not mining. So I think we can call this now. I think we can call it a day pretty much. Oh, and the Arbiter's gonna die now. No. Every time I'm trying to call something, it just doesn't happen. I mean, probably because Vanatir just has 1 Arbiter, just basically focusing on that 1 Arbiter. I mean, if you're a Vanatir in this position, you probably know that you died because you don't have any income. And if you don't have any income and your opponent has even anything left, then you should know that. And these SCVs have been here for quite a while, it seems. Alright, so now just scanning to confirm that there is nothing left for Vanatir. Okay. I gotta say, hard game for both of these players. I would definitely be tired after a game like this. 37 minutes of scrappy game. Okay, the SCVs, I mean, even if he does lose them, I think he still wins, but definitely it's smart at this point from Cryoc to just say, okay, I need to be efficient with everything. I just don't want to lose my SCVs. And, okay, the Arbiters goes down. 4 Dragoons left. No mining whatsoever. Yeah, okay. Trying to snipe the vessel actually gets it. Wow. I mean, when you just have 4 Dragoons to micro, you probably can micro them pretty well, because Vanatir is pretty much done with everything else. However, I gotta say that I did think that Vanatir would have taken this game. I guess it's pretty hard to continue like this for such a long time. Okay, so basically we're still waiting for this game to finish, guys. I mean, I don't really know what else to say. 3 Dragoons, 1 High Templar, maybe try to deny some mining here, but even if it does, if you don't have mining yourself, it doesn't really matter. And these are the last probes, the 3 probes actually left alive for the Protoss. And 17 SCVs. Okay, there are 2 of the 3 probes. And a 3rd one is here gathering gas. Oh, 1 storm. Good storm actually. Really good storm. Gets. I mean, I don't think Vanatir can win this because if he had 1 more storm, he might get really lucky, but yeah. Okay, so who said 38 minutes? Oh, man. Okay, so 38 minutes after a proxy. Now that doesn't happen too often.